It's been a while. So sometimes you get a record, maybe an album or a DVD, something that you like, but time passes you by, you forget about it, you get other things to do unfortunately, and you don't get around to listening to it. This is an album which came out last year. We've got the Zatopeks' most recent album, Loitering and Sauntering. And I love it, I love it. I'll put it on my record player, and within, I think, 3 songs, I realised my mistake. There's something special here. This is a top album for my ears. But before we get to the music, let's look at the album. An extremely vivid cover. It stands out amongst the crowd. And if I was to see a whole heap of records, I think this one would be quite eye-catching. Let's have a quick explanation of the cover from the band.
So the artwork, the last record, About Bloody Time, was kind of a bit bleaker thematically, and we wanted that reflected in the artwork. So there's kind of darker colours, like kind of more brooding atmosphere on that one. And this new one, if it still counts as new, we wanted to go with something like just brighter, bolder, that reflects the more sort of cartoony, obnoxious side of the record. And no one really needs to hear a bunch of guys in their mid-40s being kind of like bleak and brooding. So yeah, I was always into Soviet constructivism and had always wanted to do artwork that kind of reflected this sort of 1920s, like this use of shapes and kind of photo montage. And Stefan came up with different ideas and colour schemes, and yeah, we thought this one was like really striking and cool. And the bloke on the cover, that's me and Sam's great-grandfather, Wellesley, who is also the guy who called jazz damn fool music, which we used on our second album title. So we thought there was a nice kind of symmetry there, bringing him back into it. I think he would fucking hate it that he's on that record, but sorry. Yeah, and then Stefan came up with the idea of adding a sort of a record player on the front as well. And then because there's a couple of songs that we reference of Eastern European secret police stuff in the Cold War, I thought the reel-to-reel could be kind of cool and a bit different as well, because that was how a lot of the stuff was recorded, like the secret tape conversations. Yeah, so that's how it happened, and I fucking love it.
Thank you very much. We have a hype sticker explaining what you might not know. We have the title of the band and Stardumb Records written clearly at the top, just in case you needed to know. On the back we have unfortunately printed upside down, so it needs a further spin. Good, glad we agree. We have the song names on here, we have the people who are in the band listed here in the band section. These are some of the featured musicians, and we have the barcode in case you need to scan it, maybe for your own fun, or maybe if you're buying it in a shop. Within its crucid cover we have cardboard inside. We have a doubly printed inner sleeve, completely getting rid of the need for an insert. Great. Why have 2 things when you can have one? Looking after the planet. That's the way the Zatopeks go. We have the people of the band. We have person 1, 2, 3. And obviously, if my memory serves me correctly, this is Gwendolyn Forefork. This is Clarence Turnover. We have Bob Postule. We have Jane 5 Eggs, Peter Rumpel, and Alfred Alfredson. Okay, so further to that though, we have the lyrics of the songs. So when you're having a karaoke party, your friend gets up on stage, you turn on one of your Zatopeks favourites. Here's your words. Here's your reference point. Put this in their hands. They're going to know what they're saying. And on this side, more of the same. More words, more songs. Let's have a look at the record within. This is a good quality inner sleeve, by the way. It doesn't leave a dusty residue on your internal record. Look at this beautiful label, which has the usual Stardumb stylings Kind of like it a lot. This is side B, 33 RPM. The speed that you need to be spinning the record at, if you mess that up, mark my words, you're going to be in for trouble. You're going to be having the wrong music going into your ears. And it has the songs here. We have 6 on that side, that's side B. And if you turn it around, oh, it's a bit hard to turn around, but when you do finally manage, that took it out of me. When you finally do manage to get it turned around, this also has 6 tracks. So 6 and 6, this has 15 tracks, if you can believe it. That's 15 tracks, minus about 3. So let's give it a listen to.
Such a fine sunny day and I've got to go. If I had it my way I'd have years left, but no, it's a fine sunny day and I've got to go. They've got the judges, they've got the police, I bear no grudges, I've got true belief. It's a fine sunny day and I've got to go.
I love this album, absolutely terrific. It's catchy as hell. I know that's an overused phrase, but this is as catchy as hell. I think I needed 2 listens of this, and the songs were cemented into my mind. And after that point, as soon as the song started, I knew exactly what was coming and I could sing along. Terrific. Some of the songs that really stood out to me, on side A, Ghosts in the System, of which I loved the use of the organ. I'm a big sucker for an organ. And Stranded in the City, absolutely amazing, and the bass on that, it's front and centre, sticking out. Stick your bass up on your rotary spinning turner and enjoy, because it's a suck you in song, as are nearly all of them. Terrific album. This is exactly what I'd want from the Zatopeks. It's fast, it's fresh, and it's refreshing. Actually, when I put this on after I got to, I think, the 3rd song, and I knew what I was in for the rest of the record, the word that came to mind was refreshing. It refreshed my brain like having water dripped all over my head, and I was thinking, this is exactly what I need in my life right now. If you can only afford one side of the album, if Mother Nature's been playing havoc on you and you've only got 10p left and can only afford one side of the album because it's 10p for some reason, just go for side A. Terrific side. Nothing against side B. There's no songs on this side skip. Not that it's easy to skip songs on a record player, but if you had a CD player with this, you wouldn't be skipping it. Terrific album, and let me just ask the band as to what they think the best song is.
Like what song I'm happiest with on the record, I love them all. That sounds really wanky, but I do. But if I had to say, it'd probably be Blueprints for an Unlived Life. Like, I really think everyone just does amazing stuff on that. Joe's got some like heartbreaking vocals. Sam's got this double bass bow in the last part, which really brings out the atmosphere. Like everyone's just doing sort of really brings something really cool creative to it, and yeah, it keeps this sort of 50s thing that we used to do, but kind of makes it a bit more sort of snotty and a bit more sort of punk and raw, which I dig. It's really difficult to say nice things about your own songs, but yeah, I guess that's my favourite.
This is going to get an 11 out of many. This gets an 11 out of many. This is terrific. This is going straight back onto my rotary spinning turner for some more listens for the afternoon. And I say to my friends out there, go and give it a listen. Listen to it on social media, maybe on the YouTubes or the Spotifys if it's there. And if you like it, go to Stardumb Records and see if you can pick it up, because it's a great album. And if you have a punk record collection, it's a fine part of that collection, alongside your other Zatopek records. But this one just shows that a band that's been around for as long as the Zatopeks have can come swinging into the modern years of the 2020 mids, the mid-2020s, and still show the world a thing or two that they can put out some kicking hits. One thing I would say about this album, actually, when I was giving it a listen, was I wish actually that I could hear this album live, because I bet it's fucking amazing live. Yeah, some of the Some of the rhythms on this, they're outrageously great, and I think I'd kick up a stink at a live show. I really would kick up a stink. I'd have a right old good time. I'd have a knees up. I'd have a right old knees up with this album. Oh, so that's the top album. So thanks for watching my terrific review of this album. I hope you've learned a thing or two about it, and I hope it's made you think, I'm going to go and check out that album by the Zatopeks, that recent album that they brought out recently. This contemporary music, this audio treat that's rained down upon my ears. I'm going to listen to the whole thing. I'm going to get those 12 songs pumped into my head, and I'm going to make sure I enjoy every beat, every strum of that fucking album. I'm going to make sure I enjoy every bit. But you shouldn't make sure you do. You should just enjoy it if you do, which you will. So take care. Don't forget to put your bins out on bin day. Don't forget to polish your brass if you have somebody important coming around. The worst thing is if you have somebody important coming around, you haven't polished your brass horse that's near the fireplace. They come around, oh no, they've spotted the smeary fingerprints on the brass. Make sure you polish your brass just like your grandparents used to. Make sure that your loft hatch is closed, because in the autumn the wind can really get through the loft hatch and cause you to have a bit of a drafty cold day in your house. And make sure, oh God, make sure that your back gate, if you have a back gate to your house, is properly locked, because people could just come in the back gate and take the bike out of your shed and steal it. Make sure your back gate is locked and shut. Make sure doubly that your shed is locked and shut. So thanks very much for endeavouring to watch my interesting interview. Leave a comment underneath about what you think of this Crusade album. And I'll see you next time. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and all that sort of stuff. And check out me other videos if you want. There's lots of factual videos if you like facts. Do you like facts? I like facts. That's why I make factual videos. I'll see you next time. Aww. Bye, love.
Thank you ever so much for watching my very good video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Very Good channel and come back next week for another very good video. A video to watch. Now, it's a good video.